Hey everyone, this is FaZe and welcome to my channel. If you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, then you probably know that I film all of my content on my iPhone and I do all the editing on my M4 iPad Pro. But you see, sometimes people forget that the visual quality and aesthetic of your video is not the only thing that matters. It's important, yes, but the audio quality and how you sound in front of the camera is just as important. That's why I have always trusted Hollyland. In fact, the first wireless mic I ever used on my channel was a Hollyland, so it's sort of sentimental. And in a lot of videos, people ask all the time, what's the best mic to get started with content creation that also doesn't hurt the bank? And that is exactly what we're gonna talk about today. Say hello to the Hollyland Lark A1. I'm actually wearing it right now, and the sound that you're hearing is coming directly from it. It's thin, sleek, and attaches magnetically to your shirt, so no bulky clips needed. But you might be wondering, what makes the Lark A1 so special? Well, first, let's get the basics down. It's a true wireless mic, so you plug the receiver into your iPhone or your iPad, depending on which device you're creating content on, and you clip the mic onto yourself. And it's under $50, but you see, that's not even the best part. With the Lark A1, you get 24-bit, 48 kilohertz Pro audio. And you might be wondering, what in the world does that even mean? Well, in simpler terms, you get studio level clarity in the mic. That too, once again, just under $50. That's wild. Most mics at this price don't even come close. All right, so let me give you a quick demo of how it sounds like when I don't have the Lark A1 on. I don't have any mic attached to me right now. The sound that is being captured is from the mics of my iPhone. Now, as you can probably tell, it doesn't sound that great. Now let me show you what it sounds like when I attach the mic. And now I have my mic attached, as you can see, and you can probably tell by now how much better this sounds overall when you compare it to me relying just on the mics of my iPhone. It makes a huge difference. You don't get a lot of reverb, and overall I sound very crisp and clear, and that is very important. But you see, Hollyland doesn't stop there. They gave the Lark A1 3-level intelligent noise cancellation, so whether it's wind, traffic, or just plain background chatter, the Lark A1 keeps your voice front and center. Let me actually give you a quick demo of me using this outdoors. All right, so as you can see, I'm outside right now. I do have the mic on me, but the receiver is right here. So this is me talking without the mic, and this is how it sounds. Now let's put the receiver on my iPhone and see how it sounds. All right, so now the receiver is on my phone and I'm speaking through the mic, and this is how it sounds. As you can probably tell, it sounds a lot better. But now I'm going to turn on noise cancellation. All right, so noise cancellation is on, and this is how it sounds. I think it sounds really, really nice. There's literally cars passing by, there's birds chirping, so it's kind of loud. But as you can hear, it sounds very nice and crisp. All right, so I'm currently driving right now, and I don't have the mic plugged in. So this is how the sound comes directly from my iPhone without any mic. Doesn't sound so great, especially in a car with the AC blowing and stuff like that. But now let me plug in the Hollyland Lark A1s, and let me show you how that sounds. All right, so now I am mic'd up with the Lark A1, and you can probably tell by now it sounds really, really nice. Once again, it's me driving on the road, right? So, there's gonna be a lot of bumps, there's gonna be a lot of, noise from the AC and stuff like that. And I love how these mics just completely block it all out. Because to be very honest, I do vlog a lot from my car as well. And it's really nice to have good sound because it's really hard to get that while driving. But with this, it literally sounds like I'm in a studio. It sounds fantastic. And look, sometimes when we're vlogging and we're just talking about things that get us excited, we get loud. And sometimes you get sound clipping or distortion due to that. But the Lark A1 has 120 decibel SBL clip protection, so you no longer have to worry about how loud or excited you get. But you can actually go one step further and tweak your sound directly in the dedicated Lark Sound app with 3 EQ and 3 reverb modes. Want that podcast style warmth? You got it. Also, the Lark A1 provides you with 650 feet of wireless range, so you can move around freely without worrying about losing connection. Now, going back to that app that I was talking about earlier, let me give you a quick demo. First of all, it's called the Lark Sound app. When you open it up, you get 6-level gain control, real-time LED control, and color coding for dual mic setups, because yes, you can have 2 people wearing a mic each and it will sync perfectly. You get EQ and reverb adjustments to match your voice tone, and fast pairing in real-time battery levels. All right, so it's a great mic, and you might be wondering, What's the battery life on this? Well, I'm happy to report that the Lark A1 gets up to 54 hours of battery life, so you can record all day and still have juice left over. It's a content creator's dream. And look, there's a lot of cheap mics out there in the market, but here's what you'll notice about the Lark A1 compared to other mics at this price. Lark A1 has cleaner highs and fuller mids, so you get less hiss and background noise even in noisy environments. And like I said, when you raise your voice sometimes, those budget mics kind of clip. The A1 doesn't. Other mics usually last 5 to 6 hours, which is not bad, but the Lark A1, like I said, gets up to 54 hours with this case right here. It's almost like bigger AirPods. Now, I've taken this mic out in the city and in the studio, even in the car, and it performs every time. I just connect it directly to my iPhone, adjust my EQ and gain in the app, and I'm good to go. And because the audio is synchronized with my iPhone, I just airdrop the footage into Final Cut or LumaFusion on my M4 iPad Pro, and the audio is so clean that I barely even have to touch it. So listen, if you're just starting out with content creation or trying to upgrade your sound without spending hundreds of dollars, the Lark A1 is perfect. To sum it all up, it gives you pro audio on a budget, creative freedom with 650 feet of range, peace of mind with long battery life, and safety against clipping. And at the end of the day, the design is stunning because it's small, light, and clean, and is almost out of the way when you're wearing it. So if you're ready to level up your sound, don't wait. Grab the Lark A1 today using the link in the description below. And I am doing a special giveaway for this mic as well. So if you follow these on-screen instructions, you will be entered in the giveaway, and in 1 week from now, I'll announce the winner. So whether you film with iPhone or Android or even the iPad, this mic will change your content game for sure. And if you have any questions or thoughts, leave them down in the comment section below. Be sure to enter yourself in that giveaway, subscribe to my channel for videos on stepping up your content creation, and I'll see you next time.